Come on in my room. Hey, hey, come on in my room. Oh my goodness, it has been a long time coming, a long time coming, a long time coming. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh my goodness, it feels so good. Welcome back, welcome back. Bootsy's back. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Well, come on in my room. Hey, hey. No, I am so excited. I am so excited. It's been a long wait, ladies and gentlemen, but I am back. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Operation Heal 100 Hearts channel where we focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. And more importantly, welcome to the new recording space that I have had you guys waiting to debut. I have been waiting to debut for so freaking long. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, right? Y'all know me. I'm crazy, right? So the thought came up that, I love to record yada, 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 but I really am a person. I like to exaggerate. I like to do too much. It's who I am, right? So one of the things that I said to Pookie was, for my birthday, I really, 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 really want to focus on my craft. And one of the ways of doing so is kind of really elevating my space to, have like a feng shui in the space that I record in, and it says me. It really describes who I am, my personality, what I represent, yada, yada, yada. So I started putting my head together to start recording, and things wasn't looking so perfect, right? It was so crazy and jumbled up in my head. I was doing too much, yada, yada, yada. So I sat down with Pookie and I said, do me a favor, right? All of the presents that you purchased for me for my birthday, let them contribute to recording to my recording space, because I want to elevate it, but also I want to make it very personal. I want to make it my own. I want to, I want, when you see the space, for you to be like, this is really, really Deja. This is really, really Deja. And I am so happy with what my Pookie did for me. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. So in an effort to make my recording space personal, I did everything that aligns with my personality. Wink, wink. And everything that would let you guys know, like, okay, now when I log on to Deja's channel and I watch her videos, I'm walking into her space, I'm entering her zone, and she's giving me all of her, because that's what my YouTube channel is about, right? So let me just describe some of the things you guys see here that I'm very excited about. Numero uno is my lovely Operation Heal 100 Hearts sign. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I was thinking about, what am I going to order? Am I going to order all of the words Operation Heal 100 Hearts? And I'm like, no, because a lot of times when I post my videos, I use the hashtag of OH, the number 100H. So I'm like, instead of trying to get the whole Operation Heal 100 Hearts, all of the wording up there, let me just abbreviate it and do it with a nice touch of class, and ding, 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 there we are with my new sign. So I am in love with it. I think it's a beautiful and nice, classy touch to my recording space, so that makes me feel good, right? So I decided, I was like, I wanted to put some things up once again that represented me. So I said to Pookie, can you give me some shelves, because I kind of want to put some things up behind me that says, okay, Khadija, this is all you. So let's start with the top left. These pictures and these pictures that you see in the picture frames are of my loved ones. They are of my loved ones who are no longer here, and and it is also the deceased loved ones who mean the most to me, right? So on the top left shelf, you have my Aunt Glenda, which is my mom's sister. We lost her back in 2017, right? And one of the things that my Aunt Glenda definitely was she was very spiritual and very religious. Now, I'm not necessarily really religious, but I am spiritual, so me and my aunt connected in that area. And because of that, she used to always be telling me, when she found out about Operation Heal 100 Hearts, to, keep going and have faith and believe in your dreams, and what you do, Nisi, is going to really, really be important in this world, and you're going to make something of yourself. You're going to heal a lot of people, and she really, really, really believed me. So when I decided to put her picture up behind me just to kind of have my back while I'm on this journey, I said, well, let me put something up that represents our relationships, which is how much belief she had in me and some of the things she shared with me, which is like to keep pushing forward with my dreams and to believe in myself and never stop wishing and growing. So that's why I chose that sign to go next to her picture, because that represents our relationship. On the right hand side, right on the top shelf, we have here my stepdad. We're coming up on a year since we lost my stepdad, and I tell everybody, I could not have chosen a better man to fill my dad's shoes after he passed. Right, my stepfather is one of my most favorite people in the world. We built such a beautiful relationship. He spent a lot of years with my mom, with us, taking care of us as if we were his own children. So I definitely chose him to be behind me, having my back. And what I chose to represent our relationship is that little heart, because that always was our connection. We connected from the heart from the jump. The first week I met him, we just had an automatic connection. I didn't have to take no time to warm up to him, get to know him. He just was very comical. He had a very big personality, so it made us connect very easily. And we always, even when him and my mom was on rocky terms, we always maintained that connection. So I chose the heart, to represent what me and him have, a strong bond that comes from the heart, right? Okay, so on the bottom left here, my bottom left, we have my sister Shamika. Now, everybody knows me. This is probably one of the hardest losses I took to date because, when you're growing and moving forward in life, you do think about losing your parents because that's conversations people have with you. Like, oh, one day your parents are going to pass away. But nobody ever really sits you down to have the conversation of, you may lose a sibling. And for me, losing a sibling was so hard because, number one, I was unprepared. Number two, my sister and I were very close. And number three, I never imagined living life without any of my siblings, if that makes sense, right? So when she passed away, it was so hard for me to digest because I felt like, what do I do now? I never prepared or even thought about what I would do living in a world without one of my siblings, right? So her loss, we lost her back in 2022. It really hurt me, and me and my sister are incredibly close, which is why I put her on the left-hand side, which is where my heart is, and with her behind me because I want to make sure I keep in mind that no matter if my sister is alive or deceased, I know she always got my back. So there's her picture there. I'm actually in that picture with her, but it couldn't fit in that frame, and I couldn't get bigger frames, so I just decided to use her face so I can look back over at her and wink, wink, say, hold me down, sis, on this journey, right? Next to it, I have candles. I love candles. I love candles. Candles are one of my favorite things because not only does it bring a beautiful scent, but just something about that aroma makes your house very comforting and very soothing. And it also represents a piece of me and my sister's relationship because I feel like, she is where I went for a lot of my spiritual guidance, and she was always very comforting and soothing and trying to help me heal my own heart. So we have here the Veluspa candles. You see one here, nice and red to match the ambiance and the feng shui of the healing heart space, right? Right next to it. Right. So y'all know, right, that right, that's my thing, right? That's my thing. It's a part of my personality to get a little tipsy, right? That's what I do, right? So I decided to go with Ciroc. Y'all, listen, y'all better reach out to me because I'm really, y'all better reach out to me with some endorsements or something because I'm really representing y'all. In any event, though, it's a part of my personality to add a little tipsiness to it and laughing and joking and so on and so forth. So I decided to add that to each side as well. On the right-hand side, we have the picture of my dad, which is probably one of the most important pictures here. And not because me and my dad's relationship has any more value than anybody else on this wall, right? But it's more so important in the sense of the journey that I'm on. My dad will always make jokes, right? He was a jokester, hence the fact, so is me and my siblings. And one of the jokes that he made that I always took it as something he really meant, but saying it in a joking way, was he used to be like, when I get old, I'm going to live with Deidre. Deidre going to be the rich one. Deidre going to be this one. Deidre going to have the big house, And again, he said it jokingly, but for whatever reason, I felt like he said it most times because he meant it. right? And when my dad passed away, I think I was like 22 going on 23. I never got the opportunity to show him that what he was predicting for my life, I actually want to come to fruition. And I want to work towards that because I want to be the person that can provide for my family members and be able to look out for everybody and have the big space that everybody can come to and relax. I want to be the person that folks rely on. And I felt like by him saying that, he was letting me know that I am the person that could actually do it. And that's one of the reasons why I chose this YouTube journey, because I feel like, this is the way that I'm going to be able to manifest some of the things that my dad spoke over my life, right? So his picture being up behind me is very, very important in the sense that I want to let him know I heard you. I'm following through on what you said, and I'm going to make this happen, and I'm going to make it happen right before your eyes. So it's very important to have him watching over me, saying, Deidre, you still got this, right? Next to it, once again, we have the Veluspa candle, which also represents the relationship between me and my dad in the present, because our relationship in the past was not the best, right? But I vowed and made it my business to do my best to make it better now that I'm older. So having that candle up there represents the bond that we now share, even with him not in the physical, because I want him to know spiritually I'm still fulfilling everything that he spoke over my life as a loving and protective parent. So that candle is just the light being shed over what's to come for who I am and what he predicted over my life, right? And then you have my surroundings, right? Me and my dad would sip together. As I became an adult, we would sip together, and that led to a lot of good and healing times as well. So, I use that to accompany the shelf also because it represents, our relationship and some of the things we did together to have fun and enjoy one another as father and daughter, but also as friends. And last but not least, which is one of the absolute most important things on this wall behind me, and it's a quote back here, right here. It says, what if I fall over, my darling, what if you fly? That is only the piece of the original quote. The original quote is by a person named Erin Hansen. And the original quote goes, there's freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky. And you ask, what if I fall? But my darling, what if you fly? That quote I heard many, many years ago, and since then it has resonated with me. I also use it as the template to embark on anything that I'm not sure about with confidence, right? Because I was a person who lived in constant fear, right? Always the thoughts of what's going to go wrong. Always thinking about what's not going to work out for many, many, many years. And because I lived that way, I never strived for anything because I felt like it wasn't going to happen for me, right? So because of that, instead of me giving it a try, I'm like, I'm not even going to try because I've already told myself that even after I try, things are still not going to work out, right? And, a lot of people make jokes. Everybody knows Beyonce is one of my favorite celebrities. So everybody makes jokes about, why do you love her? You don't even know her personally. And they thinking it's because, either she's beautiful or she's talented. And it has absolutely nothing to do with that. The reality of it is I watched a lot of celebrity documentaries, and hers always resonated with me because one of the things that she said is that every time I go out on stage, every time I try out for a movie, anytime that I do anything in this life, whether people know it or not, I am scared to freaking death. Scared to death. The only difference between me and other people, according to Beyonce, what she says is that even when I'm scared, I still do it. And I remember when I watched one of her documentaries and she said that resonated with me because I saw how whenever I get scared, I hinder myself and I don't get it done, right? So one of the things that made me love her is because she made me think about how about you just do it, even when you're scared, right? And what I've learned about just doing it even when I'm scared is that only two things happen. Either you get a lesson from it or a blessing from it. But either way, you benefit. Just do it. And for a lot of years, I didn't just do it. So I stagnated myself, which is why I started the healing journey, so on and so forth. Y'all know that story. But in any event, I love this quote because basically for me, it translates as, there's so many things out there waiting for you, Khadijah. The only thing you have to do is give it a try. And the old you is so used to saying, but oh my God, what if it doesn't happen? Oh my God, but what if it does? So that part of the quote really stood out for me because it's who I used to be. I'm asking, but what if I fall? And God is, but what if you fly? Like, you know, so I wanted to put that quote behind me because am I nervous about the YouTube journey? No. I'm not nervous because what I have to do on my YouTube journey is what I do in my real life, which is run my goddamn mouth all day, every day. So it's not necessarily a nervous feeling about it, but it's an unsure feeling about it because I don't know what the future holds ahead for me and YouTube. What I do know is no matter what it holds ahead, I'm not worried about falling. I'm only focused on flying. So that quote is going to stay up there. It resonated with me. I mean, you guys can borrow it if need be because I think it also, it's like the steam. It really fuels me. Like, okay, even when you're nervous, what if you fall? Why are you thinking about that, Khadija? What if you fly? And I have to be honest, you know, most times the things that I did in total fear, right? Instead of focusing on the falling, I've actually had the opportunity to fly. And this time is no different. Right? So I know I had you guys waiting so long. I'm so sorry about that. But I wanted to make sure that when I decorated this space, I didn't BS it or just put anything up to look decorative and pretty. I really wanted to put things up that, you know, it represented me. And it represented what I'm going to bring to this YouTube journey, which is what is not what anybody else brings, which is my own signature personality, who I am, and what I have to offer. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and like this video, and stay tuned because this week, Dear DJs are dropping, and Live at 5 is back. Live at 5 is back. Live at 5 is back with my co-host Kalila. Live at 5 will be this Tuesday, so make sure you tune in. I will be dropping the link. And then on Friday, Kalila will be accompanying me for Live at 5 on Fridays. So I'm so happy to be back. I'm sorry I took so long. I love you guys. I appreciate your patience and waiting on me. And it's up and it's motherfucking stuck. Stay tuned. I don't know if I stopped it, boo.